Okay, so in the past, I have done line progression and all those types of things, and this time around, that's not what I plan to do. I am not buying any more pregnancy tests. So these tests that I'm showing are the only tests I've taken or I will be taking. These ones you can't really even tell, but I don't know if y'all can tell on this test. This was the very first test I took on the 19th, and you can actually see the line that's pretty good there. But then I took this one on the 20th, and it looks blank. Like I feel like the line is super faint, like you can't even really see it. So like it, but on the same day I took this one, I took this one, and that line came back. You guys can even see it's very pink. And for me, a first response is always like, I just told Javi, I said, I just want to do a first response. This one was like a Rexall rapid test. It was cheaper. I wanted to do the first response, which I did, and I shared with you guys. You guys can see that line is very pink. Thank you, glory to God. And so yeah, I won't be buying any more tests. I won't be doing a line progression because I have faith in God that this baby is meant to be in our family, and I'm holding on to that, and I believe in it 100%. So okay guys, so I'm at my first, I guess it's technically my first appointment. I'm at the lab to get my blood taken and to check, and to my doctor wants to confirm pregnancy. So I think I'm gonna have to pee in a cup or something. I don't know, but I feel like it's been a minute since I've done this, but I'm excited. Hey guys, look at me. Hey guys. I've taken out my braids, and I wanted to do a type of first trimester vlog because we won't be announcing. If this video is out, that means we've announced that we are officially having baby number 5, and I wanted to do a type of first trimester vlog in real time, sharing with you guys all the things that are happening as they happen. I've never done this with any of the 4 pregnancies. I've tried in the past to record my pregnancies, and in my first trimester, typically it just wipes me out until I'm in my second trimester, and I don't really have the drive or energy to do it. But I really wanted to do it because I really want to document this process, really for me and my husband, because I don't know if this will be our last baby. I've said in previous videos that we were done having kids, but God's plan is the plan on my life, and that's the plan I follow. So God had other plans, and we're overjoyed and we're excited to welcome our 5th child into the world. But I kind of wanted to share with you guys all the different things. Currently, as of right now, I am 4 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So I wanted to kind of just jot down all the different things that are happening while I still feel good. You know, if you are somebody that has struggled with miscarriage or, you know, child loss, my heart goes out to you. It's something that I have experienced myself. And, you know, one of the things that I wouldn't say struggled, but one of the things that continuously crosses my mind is there is a possibility of that. However, I don't accept that. I believe in my heart, considering my husband and I were not trying for this baby, and we had one night of passion. I'm going to call it that and just keep it TMI. It's a family channel. We had a night of passion, and we got pregnant. Thank God for this child. But I wanted to share with you guys, as I am 4 weeks and 3 days, I've written it down because I do record on my phone, which I've told you guys previously. I wrote down all the different things because I have I'm tracking it in my phone of all the different things that I am experiencing or have experienced that led me up to taking a pregnancy test. So I do work with homework. And as I was at work one morning, I was working with my supervisor, and I just felt this wave of tiredness come over me. Like I felt like I was going to pass out. Sorry. I felt like I was feeling like I couldn't stand up. I felt dizzy. And it was weird because at the time I had been doing intermittent fasting, and I was used to not eating until 12 o'clock. Like I didn't have any issues with my energy. I didn't have any issues with dizziness or feeling sick. So when this happened, I was like, okay, I'm pregnant. I was like, girl, you're definitely pregnant. And I took a cheap dollar store test, and it came back. To me at the time, it looked negative. So I was like, okay, whatever. I knew it. I knew if I was pregnant, then I would know. And for whatever reason, and I'm not going to say whatever reason, it was God that led me to go back and take that test out of the garbage. And when I did and I looked at it, there was a line. At first I was in disbelief, and I was like, Are you serious? Girl, are you for real? And then, so that same day, after I was done working with like I said, that day I was feeling super sick and nauseous. I went to the store and I bought an actual pregnancy test because I knew that the dollar store ones, they're not early detectors. So I wanted to get one that was an early detector, and I got a cheap early detector test because, again, I wasn't trying to splurge on first response or clear blue. I just wanted something that would let me know, girl, there's a baby in your belly. And so I got one, and I took another cheap test, and immediately the early response one came up positive immediately. And I was like, whoa, wow. Like, you know, that was that moment when I was like, wow, this is happening again. Because I honestly never thought I was gonna be pregnant again. You know, Kitty and I want a boy. We are happy, and we're mostly happy for a healthy baby. That is our heart's desire, a healthy, happy baby. But we would love to be blessed with a son, and I believe in my heart that this is my son. And some people may have an issue with me saying that, but I genuinely believe, and the Lord says that, you know, ask God for what God sees your heart's desire, ask him for what you want. And I've been asking God, you know, if it's your will, let us get pregnant and have another baby. And God, please, we're asking you for a son. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. I just want to continue telling you guys what's been going on. So after that, I was just like, okay, this is real, this is happening. And some of the things I immediately started experiencing was fatigue. So like in the mornings, I wake up and it feels like I didn't sleep. And that's definitely been, I know it's only been 4 weeks, but that's one of the things that has definitely hit me the hardest is like, at a certain point in the evening, I'm just finished. Like, I just want to sleep. I'll be watching TV with Ben, and all of a sudden I'm just like dozing off, falling asleep. And he's like, okay, it's time for bed. Let's tuck you in. And, you know, and it's kind of been like that. I also increased eating. So like with intermittent fasting, I couldn't condition my body to not want to eat in the mornings. And I just started, when I would break my fast, it was like I was just inhaling food. And I was just like, what is this? Like, eating food made me so happy, and it still does. Like, and to touch on that, it's just like certain things, like I've been really craving sour things because I have this really, really gross taste in my mouth. It's almost like a metallic or metal, or I don't know what it is, but it's like this disgusting taste in my mouth. And when I eat sweet things, it makes me feel worse. So I find that I've been eating a lot of like spicy food, or a lot of like sour candies. Like sucking on sour candies is definitely my thing right now. And just like dill, I've been eating pickles like crazy. Me and my kids, usually I do eat pickles, but like pickle seems to really hit the spot at the moment, and that's just right now. So one other thing that I was experiencing was cramping. So I've never in all of my pregnancies experienced implantation cramping. And the week before I took a pregnancy test, I was not complaining, but I was mentioning to my husband, I was experiencing some really crampy cramps. And I'm just like, oh, I guess it's just my period. My period's going to be coming. And this is why I never thought I was pregnant, because I had cramping. And usually for me with my period or my menstrual cycle, I experienced my symptoms prior to getting my period. So I was experiencing symptoms, and I didn't think much of it, but it was like crampy. I was crampy for like 2 days, and I was just like, man, this isn't fun. But I definitely did experience implantation cramping, and it's really a blessing now that I look back on it, that wow, your body is an amazing vessel. Like, God really created our bodies to birth children. Like, we are a special vessel. Like, it's a beautiful thing for me. And one other sign that was kind of not a big deal, but that I took to heart, was our youngest, Alea, walked up to me, and this was before we took a pregnancy test. She walked up to me, and she's cuddling with me. I was on the floor sitting down, and she put her hand on my stomach, and she said, baby, mama, baby. And me and my husband are like, what? Like, both of us are kind of just like, what is she? And I was like, at first I was like, I brushed it off. I was like, she didn't know what she's talking about. She's just a baby being a baby. But guys, clearly Alea knew something we didn't know at the time. So that was a sign for me to take, one of the signs that led me to taking the pregnancy test, even though I didn't 100% believe I was pregnant at the time. And it was an awesome feeling. But one of the things that really solidified it for me before I took the test was I had some really serious white sticky discharge. And if you are in tune with your body and the way your body produces discharge and things of that nature, then you know what I'm talking about. And this is when your cervix, I guess, is plugging itself after the baby, I guess, implantation happens. And I know it, and it has a certain smell. And I know all the smells of my discharge, and if that's weird, but I do. And I was like, no, this is like a really familiar smell. And it was sticky white. And I was like, oh, I know what this looks, I know what this is oh too well. And these are all the things that led me up. These are all the things that motivated me to really take a pregnancy test and have it come out positive. So in my 4th week right now, those are all the things I'm experiencing. And also those are kind of all the things I experienced in my 2-week wait that led me up to taking a pregnancy test. So this is what we're working with. And this is what I said, like my extra skin from previous pregnancies. But I've been experiencing some serious bloating in this area. And it's like really hard, and it's very like, I just know my body, and the bloat for me has been just so real. And then this is what's going on. So like, this is like, I feel like I already look like I'm like, 12 weeks pregnant, but this is just mom tum and bloat. But this is what the bump is looking like so far. So we are officially 5 weeks and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. We're 5 weeks and 4 days pregnant. And I wanted to share with you guys one of my all-time favorite things that I've been eating lately, which is ramen noodles. I have literally no appetite. Like when I say no appetite, I mean like no appetite. But I really love salty things, sour things, dill flavored things. Like last night I had Tostitos, that spinach dip. Obsessed, mind blown. I absolutely love it. It's so good. I don't think I've had it until yesterday, and now I think it's probably something I'm going to eat through my whole pregnancy. But one of the only things that I really, really enjoy eating right now, pretzels, because they have salt on them. I literally ate a whole bag of pretzels like in the last 3 days, and ramen noodles. But these are the things that I'm able to eat. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I wasn't eating noodles before, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But this is what it is at 5 weeks and 4 days, guys. And I'm loving it so far. I'm really excited.